Good morning. This is Jess with Jess's Custom Creations, coming to you live this morning with the Crafting Collective. If you are watching this video and the light is no longer red, you are watching the replay. So if you would please hashtag replay, let me know you are here. I would greatly appreciate it. And y'all, I have a ton of designs available for sale. They are listed in my Etsy shop, which is pinned to the top of my Facebook page. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to just send me a message and I will be more than happy to answer those questions. Good morning, Priscilla. Good morning, Heidi. I'm good, Heidi. How are you? I just need to find myself here and get myself shared out. Sorry guys, give me just a second here and I will go back and look at the comments. I'm just trying to get myself shared out. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Jenna. Thank you, Jenna. Of course, Heidi. And if y'all could please sprinkle me out into the community, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm just trying to, let everybody enjoy the fun of our lives that we are having. That didn't make any sense, but y'all know what I mean. So I don't know how many of you cut styrofoam, but I'm telling you, the strings from cutting styrofoam are so much worse than hot glue strings. It is unreal. Unreal. All right, guys, last one for the moment. I can always share it out to more groups later. All right, let's get this pulled up. Oh, don't do this stuff with the reels again. Y'all, this crap is really, really getting on my last stinking nerve. Why is it doing this? Okay, let me go over to my personal page. Give me just a second. For some reason, when I go onto the page, even though so I'm going into the page and then going down to the live and clicking it, but when I click it, it comes up under reels instead of under video. What happens if I do this and then do this? Oh, I don't want to save it. No. Sorry guys, I don't even know how I was able to figure this out yesterday when I was on with Jenna. But somehow I did, so let's see what happens. I don't want that. That's last week's. Live. These are old lives. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm trying here. Problem is I can't see the comments on my phone, so I have to get it pulled up over here, and I don't know why it doesn't want to work. This is gonna drive me crazy. Good morning, Maricela. Good morning, Eliza. A couple of them come through, but not all of them. What's this? No. this one? There's 2 of them here. But oh, hold on. I think I got it. There it goes. This is getting on my nerves. All right. Good morning, Priscilla and Heidi and Jenna and Brenda and Mary. Priscilla, Eliza. I think I got everybody that I see comments from so far. Hi, guys. Sorry about that. Goodness gracious. So, y'all. Yesterday, I was on with Miss Jenna with the Pink Frosting Divas. Good morning, Miss Pamela. And I was working on my Halloween popcorn that I got finished last night. There is so much going on in this thing. It is unreal. And it goes all the way around. So, pieces are still drying. It's not quite ready to ship, but it is available. If anybody is interested, just let me know. As my chair tries to slide out from under me. So did anybody do anything fun yesterday? I know some people were having barbecues and others had barbecues on the weekend. Thank you, Mary. All right, good. So last week, so I got an order from Jamie with Glam Candy Boutique, which I showed you guys all the amazing things last week. And one of those pieces, the little ghost girl, I actually painted her and put her in this pumpkin arrangement. I think it came out so stinking cute. And these pieces are so easy to paint and or cover with clay. And so far, the ones I've covered with clay, I haven't needed glue. Like the clay is sticking wonderfully. Now let me say that the primitive pumpkin clay is sticking to the 3D print with no problem. I haven't tried any of the other clay yet. Thank you, Maricela. So yeah, so last week we worked on our pumpkin. I did get the vines and the leaves added, so that is done. And I covered the little cart. I just painted the wheels orange. It's just the pumpkin matte chalk paint. And then I covered it with the, see, that's not the right one. I think I used, so I used the coffee bean from Primitive Pumpkin and the brick mold to cover this cart. So this piece is gonna sit and look like this. So that is one done. Maricela, it is which pumpkin? The purple one I got from Dollar General, if that's the one that you're talking about. But this pumpkin came in the train set from Glam Candy Boutique. What we are gonna do first, and I went ahead and painted all of the wheels for the other carts and the main train. Just got that part done and out of the way. So we are just gonna go ahead and cover these 2 carts and get them done. The aqua pumpkin? What? Maricela, I'm not sure what you're talking about. The big purple pumpkin I got from Dollar General. And that little ghost girl I got from Glam Candy Boutique. Why doesn't this look like it's the right color? I guess it is. I don't know. It looks dark. I don't think I used chocolate. I know I didn't use chocolate chip. Oh, hold on. I don't think I used... I know what I did. It's not the primitive pumpkin play. Oh, you're welcome, Arabella. Yeah, the ghost is up on the purple. Yeah, so they do have the Dollar General has the pumpkins in the pink, the purple, and like a aqua teal color. I know a couple other people have gotten them and done them too. I wanted to work on this train so bad this week, but I mean, I promised y'all I would do it with you. So I started working on those other projects. So now I gotta remember what colors that I was using for this project. Is this the right one? And they don't have to be identical. They really don't. Good morning, Misty. How are you, honey? I'm trying to figure out what color clay I used. This one's not open, but this one's open. It's gotta be this chocolate brown from Glitz and Glue, but the problem is this is all I have left. Uh-oh. It's okay. Good morning, Jamie. How are you? We're just working on our pumpkin train. All right. And they don't have to be identical. It's fine. All right, so we are, guys, I really need to flip this desk over, or my cover over. It's getting a little bad. Oh, let me get these off. I don't know how people work with their rings on. I can't do it. I put dents in the clay and all kinds of crazy stuff. We're gonna cover these 2 carts. Hope I have enough clay, but I really don't think I do. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. So I am just using the brick mold. I'm assuming this one came from Hobby Lobby. Most of theirs are pink, but you know, any mold you want. I thought about using the wood one, but the wood one that I have is the blue from Michael, so it's got like the border around it, and it's not quite wide enough to cover down the sides, so that's why I just went with the brick mold. No, I haven't yet, Jenna. Hold on, it's right here. So we're gonna have to roll this out pretty thin. We'll do it right now. Alright guys, so I got the little, for anybody that wasn't here last week, I got the little Gingy Baker set from Jamie as well. And it comes with like 4 teeny tiny little cutters. And that's what Jenna's talking about. So let's see. Let's test them. Let's see what happens. Now I'm not going to put oil on these, so I don't know how well it'll work. But let me just get a baby wipe. Because I haven't quite decided what I want to do with this set yet. So we'll just use one of Miss Wendy's tricks and use a baby wipe on the cutter. Little things and I don't typically get along, so let's see how this works. Good morning, Miss Laura. How are you? Good morning, Quincy. We're working on our pumpkin train, but we're testing out those teeny tiny cutters from the Gingy baking set from Glam Candy Boutique. This probably wasn't the best color clay to use. There's the little Gingy. I mean, they come out really easily. Like, really easily. Dark color clay probably isn't what I should be testing these on. I don't want to stain them. Yeah, so the little Gingy came out good. I'm actually just going to leave her right there. Let's grab some white. They do. They seem to. I'm going to test them all now. Just real quick. Only take me a second. Yeah, when I made my post this morning, I almost like put a squirrel emoji, if there is one, because I already knew where today was going to go. But I didn't. I was trying to be optimistic. Oh, jeez. All right. Christmas tree. Oh, yeah. They work good. They do. Yeah, so if y'all get the little baking set from Glam Candy Boutique, you can use the little cutters as actual cutters if you want. They do work perfectly. I'm gonna try to wipe this off. Oh, Jenna, you're good. It was on the to-do list, but I sat it up there where it wasn't like in my direct line of sight. So you know how that goes. Good morning, Maritza. How are you? But yes, they do work. Where's my clay? I have my fan on and I probably should turn it down. I meant to do it before I got on. I was cutting styrofoam, so I forgot. Because I got some of those like sheets from Lowe's a while back and I needed more cake rounds. So I just traced the cake rounds that I had, cut them out, I'll glue them together, and there I go. I got more cake molds. For a whole lot cheaper than what one cake mold would cost you in the store. And it's this smooth styrofoam, so I mean, it's not my favorite, but it works, and it's what I got, so. Alright, we're gonna roll our soft chocolate brown back out. See? Styrofoam glue strings, guys. Or styrofoam strings. It's in my clay. And I cleaned my desk off. I probably shouldn't have picked them up. Probably where it just come from. Because I haven't wiped them down or sanded. I literally finished cutting them at like 9:20. Michelle must be sleeping in with Evelyn this morning. I know they didn't get home until like 9 o'clock last night from Cedar Point. So y'all, you do not want to miss Michelle's live sale, Crafty Ma'am, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. She does have some new goodies, so be sure to be there and check them out because you will not want to miss them. Not saying what they are because it's not my place to say. I'm just saying don't miss it. Eliza, that's wonderful. Yeah, I went to Walmart one time. And I needed a big box for something. And they were actually like in the tote aisle. They were taking totes out of a box. And I was like, are y'all going to throw that away? She was like, yeah. I'm like, could I have it, please? She was like, yeah, of course. You know, there's people sitting there staring at me. And I'm like, okay, I just got a big old box for free. You can stare at me all you want. Yeah, I love going to the store. And I have no problem asking them if I can have whatever it is that I know they're about to just put in the trash can. Let's hope I made this big enough. Is this serious today? I guess I should have cut styrofoam after my live. Good morning, Head Bee. How are you? If I go over a little bit, is it okay since Cece's not here? I know you're gonna say yes, but I just really want to get as much of this train done as we can because I have a whole bunch of Christmas designs that I want to start on, but I want to get this done first. Yeah. Oh yeah, Eliza. I'm right with you, girl. And 99% of the time, you know, the store employees have absolutely no issue giving you whatever it is. It's just one less thing that they have to walk out back and put into the trash can, you know? Alright. So we might have to just kind of stretch this a tiny bit, but just to be on the safe side, I know I said I didn't need glue, but we're going to use a little bit of glue. Just for a little added security. And this is just the Aleene's Turbo Tacky. Now, I haven't tried to cover anything since I painted the wheels, but on this one, I covered it with clay and then painted the wheels, and it's gonna need some kind of something around the sides. So, good morning, Alyssa. Oh, Miss Jan, I hope you feel better. So guys, I guess it's me, and then Andy will be on at 2, and then Maria Nicole will be on at 3. So technically, we could go as long as we wanted to. We could get this whole train done today. Thank you, Miss Jan. Quincy, I am with you. I am so was it yesterday? Yeah. It was Sunday. Sunday, I come in. Okay, I go to sit down and work on the purple pumpkin. And the next thing I went to grab, so right on, I have a 35-inch shelf here and a 35-inch shelf here. Okay, holds sprinkles and whatever I need it to hold. So And then my room is very small. It's like, what, 8 by 5 or something. It's ridiculously small. But the shelf doesn't go all the way to the wall. There's maybe 1.5 feet between the end of the shelf and the wall. And I have a little crate thing here that holds like my wipes and whatever, my printers on top of it. And one of the sprinkle containers fell off the shelf and down the back of the containers. Well, my table was pushed right up against it all. So I ended up moving a whole bunch of stuff just to get to the 1 can of sprinkles. So I totally get it. So I did get to the pumpkin like 2 hours later. It's crazy. Yeah. I do it all the time. I come in here to work on something and I'm like, oh, hold on, I can put this here instead of this, and this will work out better there. And it's crazy. Oh, Miss Jan. Yeah, being sick is no fun. Yeah, I went to the store yesterday to grab a couple things from the grocery store. And, you know, I had taken chicken out for dinner. But we were like, I don't really want chicken. So they had steaks on sale at the grocery store. So I was like, all right, I'll just grab a couple of those instead. We can cook on the grill. Everything will be great. So I come home, you know, put them in the fridge for a little bit. Get them out and I'm ready to cook them. And I cook them the same way that I always cook them. And I don't know if they just weren't done all the way or what. Am I there? Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I was on Do Not Disturb. I did not think that alarm was going to go off. I am so sorry. But yeah. So, like I said, I don't know if I didn't cook them all the way or something. But it was bad. And, like, I was so worried that I was going to give everybody food poisoning. And I was like, don't eat. Nobody eat it. Like, I was very much worried. All right, guys. Sorry. Give me just 1 second here. Why is this not doing what I want it to do? Morning, Mom. Did it add? Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Trying to get something. There you are. What are you doing? Did you sleep in? I thought maybe you slept in on me. Why is this not working? There it goes. All right. Sorry, guys. Good morning, Michelle. I was like, where is she? Did she sleep in on me? So you just want to kind of push it all down around the sides, and then I'm going to take the X-Acto knife and cut around the wheels. Are you making anything good for breakfast? What else is new? Isn't that what we do every day? Just get distracted. So I'm going to cut as close to these wheels as possible. So that we don't have a gap. Yeah. And I'll send you a message when I get done, Michelle, but I need gingerbread houses in 4 inches, one of each. I'll start my order today. Well, technically I started it on Sunday, didn't I? Oh yeah, I assumed. Oh, I mean, I didn't assume. I knew you were up at some point, but. I know there's some days I drop Jax off and I would love to come home and lay down and just go back to sleep for an hour. I mean, I don't, but it would be nice. Okay. So then we just have that. And I know it's not pretty, but we're going to put some kind of border around them. Yeah, the cutters. Sorry. I will need another one of the big 3Ds, but I haven't figured out which color I need yet. But you know, I'll let you know when I figure it out. Why? I got a bubble. There it is. I fixed it. No big deal. Oh, come on. Yeah, so when doing this process, sorry, my head's going in a million different places right now for some reason. When you're doing this process, I mean, obviously you need the clay to be a little thicker on the top, you know, because the corners, I mean, they're a little pointy. So, I mean, you want to make sure that your clay is not going to poke through your clay. but then you got to kind of push it and flatten it out because you do have this ridge here. So thank you, love. All right, so then we have our cart. It's all covered. We got one more to do, but I know I'm not going to have enough clay in this color to do it. So my plan was, or is, which is why I think this is going to work out nicely. So it's right here. So we did this pumpkin in this color, okay, with the cart. But then I was thinking, because I have this pumpkin and I have the open pumpkin, I wanted to do, I'm going to do two shades of orange for these and a shade of orange for these. I might actually even do this a completely different shade to make it like super duper stand out. That's the wet one. So yeah, because I mean, I don't want, it's going to be boring if it's all the same shade of orange. So if we do one of the carts a different shade of brown, it'll work out great. Michelle, you're funny. Look, so that little Gingy cutter set that I got from Jamie, I used the little cutters this morning. They do work. Make teeny tiny little things. So she shipped my second order. I am so excited. I can't wait to get it. Can't wait. But do I want to go darker, lighter, or a different shade altogether? All right, guys. So once it dries, these two carts, as long as I did the right color, are gonna look like this color, okay? So for the other one, I don't know if I can do this. Can you guys see if I just do it like this? So we have the chocolate chip, which is a little bit lighter of the brown. We have the coffee bean, which will be just a tad bit darker. Or we can go with the gingerbread that's got a red tint to it. But I don't know if the gingerbread, never mind, no gingerbread. Because I don't think that's not going to look right up against the orange. So, do we do chocolate chip or do we do coffee bean? What do you guys think? Which one should we go with? That. Is there really something in my orange? So I did try to make my own orange. Which one did I use? I used the pumpkin spice from Primitive Pumpkin and the pumpkin orange from Amy and mixed them together. But apparently there was another color in this bag previously. That's what I get for reusing bags. Oh, come on. And it's green, so it's not even like I can just mix it in. Oh, this is gonna make me mad. Coffee bean. Okay. That's what I was thinking too. So hopefully I got all the blue out. So we use, apparently I can't put it back in there. So we use the orange slice, this one, for this pumpkin. There's probably a little bit of pumpkin spice mixed in. And then I've got the pumpkin spice, which I've mixed with it to get me this orange. And then I have this one too. It's like a, I don't know. We'll grab an old white bag. And if it gets white in it, it's no big deal. Yeah, I save my empty primitive pumpkin bags to put, like, when I do mix big amounts of clay, I'll use an empty bag instead of mixing it in like this. Alright, let's get us some coffee bean. Cover this last cart. Still trying to figure out what to do with the main engine of this thing. Oh, just do what? What am I doing? All right. I don't know what I'm doing right now, besides losing my mind. This morning, you know, I'm telling you, this morning was such a struggle. That kid did not want to get out of bed for nothing. He's like, I'm not going to school. That's what you think, honey. I get it. I didn't want to go to school either, but gotta do what we gotta do. There's so many bubbles in this. So, and then the next thing is, so I'm going to cover this whole thing with orange and fill it with something. But I don't want to just put more pumpkins or whatever in it. Oh, yeah, my shirt. I had on my purple one, but apparently either I got something all over it, I guess. And so I had to change it. Which is crazy because I didn't even do anything. I'm going to guess I stained it the last time I wore it and then just didn't realize it. You know, story of my life. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Got a brick. Set that to the side because I think we're done with that for the moment. Stay. I don't know. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you guys. So, I don't know how many. My husband buys and sells all kinds of different things. It's what he's always done. He's a salesman through and through. So him and a buddy of his a little while back got, like they buy like truckloads of stuff from time to time. And we have boxes of mailers. If anybody is interested, they are the, they're out in the kitchen. I can grab them real quick in a second. But, they're not like the bubble ones. Like, they're paper or plastic. Like, they don't have any padding in them. But there's like 100 in a pack. There's 2 different sizes. I don't know. It's like, I don't want to say the wrong price. But if anybody needs any, I have some. Trying to get this thing even is not the easiest of tasks. Guys, I don't know, like my brain is completely blank just sitting here. I know, nobody wants to just watch me cover something. But I just don't know. Oh, I'm trying. Jenna, I need to get into my bank account, but it's on my phone. Yeah, as soon as it clicked to me this morning, and I'm like, crap, that is going to happen while I'm on my live. So I did bring my tablet in, but I didn't think about how I was going to pay for anything, because I don't even have the money to pay for it. So how about that? Guess I'm not going to get it right now. It's okay. I just want the castle. That's all I want. But it's alright. I'll get it eventually. It's not like she's selling them right now and she's never going to sell the stuff again. I was trying to like multitask, but like I said, I totally forgot to look at the bank before I came on. It's alright. It's alright. I'll just give my money to Michelle this week. Well, I give it to her anyway, but you know. Alright, I'm almost done with this, guys. Sorry. But yes, so, if anybody wants the, like, 3D printed things, Jamie does have the shop reopened for the moment. She said as soon as it reaches, you know, her max orders, you know, she's gonna shut it back down again and then reopen it when she's ready to take more, just like she did this round. But so if anybody's interested, you better get it done quickly, because it's not gonna, I guarantee it'll be closed back down by this afternoon. Guarantee it. I know there was a lot of people that were anxiously waiting for her to reopen it. So, Jenna, did you get the Christmas one or the pumpkin one? Brenda, I got a bunch of candies. It's actually coming today. I got a bunch of candies and pumpkins and the gingerbread houses, the 3D, and the cutters. So, and then I've already started my next one with her. Boop. Yeah, that Santa cutter was very popular. It was so cute. I didn't order it this time around because I do already have the one from See My 3D Prints, which I know is totally different, but just didn't have the money for all of them. You'll know I'll end up with it. I'm trying to cut this clay off without cutting my paint on my tires. Yeah, I know you said there was a bunch of them. Yeah, Brenda, I'm trying to sell this stuff. I just need somebody to buy it. I got all kinds of goodies sitting here waiting to go to their homes. I've actually been looking around at some of the stuff that's been here for quite a while. And y'all, I'm telling you, it's about to get broke down. Because I just don't have room for anymore. And there's so much that I want to do. Okay, so there's that train. So all three of our train cars are covered. Yeah, Jax isn't really into the cutters so much as he is just playing with the clay. He thinks it's funny to mix all the colors together and make Mommy aggravated. So, alright. So the next thing I need to figure out. So obviously the off color is going to go in the center. Let me move this X-Acto before I cut myself. Go. I got this one from Rosie. I have the whole set. See, I got that. And I think there's, do I not have a regular pen? I thought I had a regular pen, but I know there's a wax pen. And what else? I thought there was 4 of them. I don't know. Maybe there isn't. But yeah, I love that Santa. And I actually got a shirt from Temu with the same Santa on it, which is why I ended up getting it. Alright, so, can y'all see what I'm trying to do here? So we've got our pumpkin. Alright, so this is the front of our pumpkin, which is going to sit there. And then we have our thing, which I know you're not really going to be able to see, but here's our engine in the front. Let's see. Move. Back some. Alright, you guys can pretty much see it all now. So, I need to figure out which order to put these in. So should I put them like with the open one in the middle and this one at the end? Should I put this guy in the middle with these two? Or this way? I think I kind of like it like this. Or maybe like that. Yeah. Brenda, I started getting him, or I've been getting him, the little packs from the Dollar General that are $1. And then he can do whatever he wants with it. I mean, there aren't that many colors, but he doesn't care. They end up in a ball that he then throws around, so. And I mean, they don't have to be stationary, and they can be moved in any order. You know what, that's all. That's how we're gonna do it. We're not gonna stick anything to anything permanently. And it can just be moved wherever it needs to be moved, whoever buys it. Because, guys, the train's for sale. I'll already tell you. The train is for sale. So if you're interested, let me know. I'll have to figure out what the price is. I don't know that yet, but I'll get it figured out if you're interested. Oh, I need Sue to get her clay. I'm dying here. Where? I haven't even seen her lately. She hasn't been on in a while. I'm running out. I do have one more bag of this one, but so, I'm just mixing the pumpkin or the orange slice with the pumpkin spice to get just a little bit darker of an orange. And then we're gonna cover our pumpkin here. That has glitter all in it. So let me ask y'all something. For those of you that are purchasers, what is it that y'all are looking for? I mean, because I don't know if I'm just not making the right thing, if I'm not using the right colors. I'm trying to figure it out. So if y'all could just give me, you know, your input. I mean, like, what are you guys looking for? And I know there's so many creators out there, you know, and it's literally impossible to support each and every one. I totally get that. Just trying to figure out what I need to do, maybe that I'm not doing, to get this stuff moved. Oh, that's great, Quincy. Yeah, honestly, y'all, you know, with not having a ton of money to spend on all kinds of stuff right now, I'm just sticking with the one clay that I prefer for the moment. Like I said, I did get a couple of Amy's bags. I mean, they were a great deal. They were $5 a piece. I really couldn't turn that down. But, all right, let's see. Where's my circles? Jenna. That's no fun. See if this is going to work the way that I think it's going to work. Jenna, shoot. I'll drive this stuff to you. That giraffe would have been out of here a while ago. But it's so big. And the way that I put it together, you know, it was my first big piece that I ever, you know, did. And I didn't realize it was going to be that expensive for shipping, or believe me, it would have got put together so much differently. And I've looked at it, and there's no way to take it apart without ruining it. Good morning, Miss Trina. Is she, Michelle? What is she doing? She mad that you left her with your mom yesterday? And guys, Santa's done. Who wants Santa? I'll give you an excellent price. I just need him out of my way. Hold on, Michelle. Hold on. I buried her. I finally took it back out of the box the other day, because the box was just in the way. Sorry about my butt in the camera, guys. See? I think she's like 24 inches tall. And so her mane, I mean, it's literally glued from the top of her head down underneath of the skirt. So I would have to cut that, twist her head, and hope it comes off clean. And then her legs are so wide, she has to have, what is it, the 25 by 17 by 15 box? That's what she fits in. And I can cut, like, once I lay her on her back, I could cut a little bit of the top part of the box off, but not much. And yeah, she's huge. I love her, but she's ginormous. Michelle, you've never seen my giraffe? Yep. Shelby did that one. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to put my butt all in your face on the camera. I got pink glitter everywhere now. That one that Shelby had done, and she, you know, back closer to the beginning of the year, and she had put the legs, like, up and then down, and I had heard her say that she was originally going to put them like they were sitting out, and I was like, oh, yep, that's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm going to do it, you know, and put my twist on things. And, yeah, she's great. Oh, Jenna, I get it. I get it. Santa is going to be $70 plus shipping. Believe me, Jenna. I'm in the same boat with you, girlfriend. All right, that didn't work. Jenna, shipping on the giraffe, so I was trying to, the person that was going to buy it when I did my live sale a while back, it was going up north. It was still on the East Coast, but it was like up north, like Maine, Massachusetts, somewhere around that area. And it was going to cost me $65 to ship her. Yeah, $65. Yeah. I didn't think about it. I'm in North Carolina, Quincy. Yeah. When I first started making her, she was nowhere near that size. And it just, yeah, Jenna, that's what I'm saying. It is ridiculous. I think at one point with Pirate Ship, you know, if I literally like doctored the crap out of the box and made it to where like it came up with the feet, down on her feet, and then like close, so like it was real close to her. I had cut off, you know, a little bit more of the weight, and I think it was going to be like $55 to ship it. And this person just wasn't interested in the shipping. So, I mean, and I get it, but it's just crazy to me because her inside of the box was like 2 pounds, 7 ounces or something, you know, like that. It was 3 pounds or less inside the box with all the packing, you know, with everything. But because she's so long, I need that big old box, and it's just crazy. The post office tried to send it back to me saying it was going to cost like $100. Well, obviously the post office is just ridiculous. But yeah, I put it into Pirate Ship and that's what it was saying. Yep. Oh, I know. And I don't know what's going on with Etsy lately, but like my cabochon orders, when people are buying them, so when I put in the dimensions and the weight into Etsy, it'll show me how much the shipping is going to be. And you can look on, you know, the East Coast, you know, Central, California, you know, it lets you see all the different regions and what the price will be. So, but it's not charging, it's charging the same fee for an East Coast shipment as California. And so, you know, I'm losing like freaking 40 cents on every order that's going to the West Coast. And I mean, I know y'all are going to say it's 40 cents, but I mean, they're sprinkles and cabochons. They're only $2 to begin with. So, you know, 40 cents on that is, it's just adding up. Yeah. So Jenna, no, because that's what the lady has. I have it too, but that's what we tried to do originally. But once you put in the information for shipping, as soon as the shipping cost goes over $20, so it's be $19.99 or less in order for Etsy Insider to cover it. If it goes over $20 for shipping, it is on the customer to pay. Etsy will not cover it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I went all through that. All right, let's. Yeah, Jenna, I didn't know that either until she went to buy it. I fixed the price because I told her, you know, I would sell it to her for $80. And, you know, I would adjust the price on Etsy so she could go in and, you know, pay for it. And originally, I mean, I didn't know, but it was showing me like media mail was $10, okay? So it was showing that it was covered. So I put it in the box. I printed the label, slapped it on, sent it over to the print and ship before I stopped sending stuff to the print and ship, and dropped it off. Well, like 2 days later, I come home and here's a ginormous box sitting on my step. And I'm like, that's my box. Like, I shipped that out. What is going on? So I get it and I look at it and they put a note on there that, you know, media mail was like for books and DVDs and whatever. And that, you know, this package was actually going to cost like $100 to ship. And I knew that something wasn't right. There was no way I was shipping that ginormous freaking box for $10, okay? But it was Etsy's suggestion. So I'm like, oh, you know, it must be okay. No problem. And yep, I got it back. I contacted the lady. I told her. We start looking into it. And because I had the Etsy Insider too, I could sit and finagle with the numbers and just like go in to my shop from the outside and, you know, see whatever it was showing. And anytime I would put a listing with shipping over 20 bucks, the Etsy Insider would disappear. So, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, and I even looked, you know, UPS, FedEx, all of that, but it was more than they wanted to pay, and I get it. And I was already selling it. I was selling it for $80 freaking dollars. There is no way. I shouldn't have never, ever agreed to sell her for 80 bucks. But I was just like so desperate to get some stuff moved, and she's so stinking big and she takes up a lot of space. So I was like, the heck with it, you know, at least it'll go to somebody who, you know, will enjoy it and, you know, yada yada, and get something back out of it instead of it just sitting there collecting dust. But no, that didn't work. So Marisol, depending on what it looks like, I will go over to Pirate Ship, and anytime it shows me it's the same price on Etsy and Pirate Ship, it shows me it's going to be the same cost. Because I will do that on some of them. Oh, right, Jenna? I mean, how are we really supposed to sell anything these days? Like, I know when I'm looking at, you know, certain things, I'm like, I don't want to pay $1 million for shipping. And sometimes I really wish that I didn't have that Etsy Insider, because there would probably be so many things I just didn't follow through on the purchase because of the shipping. Like, you know, some shops have ridiculous shipping fees and then refund you the difference. Would have never bought this stuff. Are you... Oh my goodness. That's the crap that drives me nuts. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the couple of things that I have sold, a couple of fake bakes that I've sold through Etsy, the customers had the Etsy Insider, so they didn't have to pay the shipping price. And they were smaller pieces, so, you know, it was covered. Alright guys, I'm just trying to get my... So all I did was rolled out my clay, and I went from the bottom into it since we're going to fill this anyway. So I'm just trying to get it smoothed out. Get my lines. Oh, what do I want to use? I use my handy dandy tool. I'm pretty good. I don't poke myself. Right. Right, Michelle. I'm with you. Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing. Like, you know, if I know that I'm ordering something and I'm gonna have to pay shipping, I'm gonna make sure to order enough to make the shipping make sense. Like when I buy from Maricela, for example, you know, I'm gonna make sure that if there is something that I want, you know, just say I wanted one color of rhinestones, for example, you know, like, I'm not just going to order that one color of rhinestones, because to me, the shipping doesn't make sense. So, you know, add in, you know, something else, you know, to make it make sense. I mean, y'all know, there isn't just ever one color of rhinestones, but just saying. Just saying. I'm just taking my little tool and going down into the pumpkin lines to make them more defined. And I haven't shaded that other pumpkin yet, so once we get it shaded, it's gonna be better. Yep. Oh yeah. 120 or, you know, more. Whatever it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jenna, same. And like I was saying yesterday with that, you know, so, you know, typically when I buy something from Michael's, it's because they're, you know, they're having 40% off or, you know, some kind of good deal, and they have something that I need. Well, then, you know, so you get your stuff, you make sure you get the $49, so you get the free shipping, because I'm not going to pay them $9 when I can buy something else for $9 and, you know, have something to show for my money. But then, so you spend all that money, and then they give you a voucher a couple days later because of the money that you spent. So then it's just that vicious cycle of, you know, more and more and more. Good morning, Miss Debbie. How are you, honey? We're just working on our pumpkin train. And Miss Cece is on vacation, so she is not coming on in a couple of minutes. And unfortunately, Tommy got Miss Jan sick, so she is not coming on either. So it's just me until Andy comes on at 2, and then we have Marie and Nicole who will be on at 3. Right? Andy at 2, Marie, Nicole, 3. Why do I feel like I'm not saying that right? All right. So we have our little open pumpkin. Trying to not poke through it. And I'm not exactly sure what we're... Oh, I hate letting them go to waste. I really do. Like, it really hurts my feelings. But sometimes I just don't need anything. So I'm just like, okay. There goes that money. No different than my Kohl's cash. Like, I refuse to let Kohl's cash go to waste. Alright. Yo, what are we going to put inside of our pumpkin? That's the next question. What to put inside? Let's see. A little bit of this one. Oh, my leg's stuck. Give me this. You should have seen my desk over the weekend. It was ridiculous. I ended up with so much stuff I couldn't find anything. What? Maricela, that is insanity. That's the other thing that I will not do. I am not paying for expedited shipping. Because I'm telling you, it is the same. You're going to get it in the same amount of time, whether you pay them that $10, $20, $30 or not. Just saying. They're going to move as quickly as they want, no matter what you do. Really, they're just scamming you out the money. It was a keychain. Oh my goodness gracious. That's ridiculous. But to each their own, right? Whatever it is they want to do, it's on them. Alright, so we need our pumpkin to dry. And I grabbed this Big Head Gingy because I kind of have an idea. And my hands don't work that well to make a Gingy, like a 3D Gingy that tiny to put in there. But I might give it a shot because I do have an idea in mind, but we'll see what happens. If not, we just might need to use the cookie cutter. I don't want this quite as dark, but I don't want it quite... Oh. Alright, we're going to cover this one. Why figure out what to put inside of the pumpkin. Any suggestions? Does anybody have any thoughts about what we should put into our open pumpkin that I'm not going to touch anymore because I'm going to mess it up? The problem is it's going to stick to my desk. I'll set it right there. So at least it's out of the way and hopefully I don't knock it over. All right, now. So this one's going to be just a tad bit more challenging because not only do we have the stem, but it does have a leaf too. We'll figure it out. Candy? Yeah, maybe. So I've got purple, orange, and white. I got, no, not that one. I do have them like the maroon, pink, and white. I got the switch with the orange on the end and the purple on the inside. There's Christmas. Yeah. And that's all I have for those. And the only candy corns that I have are these ones. And the candy that I just ordered, they're big ones. They're 2.5 or 5 inches. I got plans for those. Hopefully. It'll work out the way it's supposed to. I don't know. I don't know. Right now we just got to get the stuff covered and let it dry, and then we can figure out whatever from there, right? Yeah. So when I knocked that container of sprinkles over the other day, I ended up like shifting my desk a little bit, and I don't, has anybody seen the $5 like milk crates, the big ones from Walmart? Well, that's what I have stacked over here. I got 3 of them stacked. And like they were turned this way, like facing me. But it was hard to get to the middle one and the bottom one because my table was in the way. And I had one of those like bags that like screws to the end of the table. So I decided to take that off, the bag off, and then turn them this way so they're facing, you know, out. And it works better, like I can get to all of them now. But that little bag used to hold like my rolling pin, my extra bags, all of that. So I've had to find somewhere to shove all of that stuff. Okay, lady. I'll talk to you later. Yep, Jenna, if I were you, I would wait until after tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, Jenna. Just saying. If I were you, I would wait. Or you can be like me and give her a little bit at a time, like every day, and drive her crazy. I don't do it all the time. I did do it last week, though. It's like, oh, well, add these on and add that on. Alright, so we're just going to put some glue around the pumpkin. Without wearing it all. This time I'm going to spread it out some. Try to. Just because I want to get like really close in around the stem so the clay will stick, but I can cut off what I need to cut off. Because we're going to go in again with our X-Acto knife and cut out what we don't need. Well, hopefully Evelyn will behave and not cause a ruckus. All right. Set that there. Me, right now, the only thing that I know of is I need each one of those gingerbread house cutters in a 4-inch. And I don't know, what color combinations do we have? I don't even know if I want to put candy in them, though. That's all I know of right this second that I need. No, I do want them, Michelle. I do. Alright, so our clay is going to rip down around our stem, which is actually kind of perfect. Just kind of pushing and flipping here. Pushing and flipping so we can get this as... I couldn't find my thing. Yeah, no. I keep ordering different things for a project that I'm doing, and I keep forgetting about bits and pieces that I need to get. But then it's like, you know, she shows something else and I'm like, oh, okay, let me get that because that'll work for that too. Or, you know, make my life a little bit easier because then I don't have to worry about, you know, trying to make it. It'll be already done because I'm making so much other stuff to put on it already. Alright guys, so we're gonna cut off our excess here. And listen, if y'all want me to get off, if you're tired of watching me, just let me know and I will get off. Like I said, there's nobody else until 2, so... Now, I'm not staying on until 2. Just figured I would at least finish getting these things covered. Oh, Michelle, don't ask for work, because I'm sure there's plenty of people that'll give you something to do. Like I said, I know I need another 3D house. I just don't know what color yet. Alright guys, so don't really need all of this clay on the bottom. So we're gonna go around and cut it off, but make sure that you still leave enough to where when it shrinks, it's not gonna come up. Oh, Well, thank you, Trina, for stopping in, honey. Have a good day. Shoot. I want to go to the casino. Can I go? Not really. Casino really isn't my favorite thing to do. I couldn't find my bag of stuff. Sorry for what? Now for the fun part. We have to get this clay off where we don't want it to be. Without cutting it too short though. No, we want new things. We love new things. Especially the things. Did Nick get them printed? No, because you weren't home yesterday. Well, Brenda, have fun at the lake. Yeah, I'm not going to be on here too much longer myself. I really do have things I need to get done. Oh, that's right. You're going up there this weekend. I forgot. Morning, Holly. How are you? Yeah. Especially, so if I go into Hobby Lobby myself, Debbie, I mean, I could literally walk around that store for hours just like taking my time and actually looking at the different stuff that they have. But I try not to do that very often because that typically gets me in a good deal of trouble. Because I definitely end up coming out with more than I planned on. Guys, I have these little rubber tools from wherever I got them from. I'm telling you, these things, they're amazing. Because you can like smooth things out and push it into different areas that you can't get to with your hands. And it doesn't like destroy your clay. Especially me with these stinking nails on right now. Part of me wants to take them off, but the other part doesn't. I go through my phases. Sometimes the nails, I feel better about myself when I have the nails on, but they're not always the easiest when crafting. Yeah, so when we're done with this pumpkin, what I will do is sit it up on top of like a container of sprinkles or something. You know, just something that fits in here so it can all dry and I don't have to worry about it sticking. Oh, no, I always go by myself. Because Rich hates to shop, so I always feel like I'm rushed. Always. And it's not, it's just how he is. He doesn't like shopping. He hates parting with money. So, I mean, I get it. Yeah. Oh, Debbie, that definitely helps. You know, when you just get the stuff that's on sale, it definitely does make you feel better about what you purchased. Oh, Maureen, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, they definitely don't make toys the way that they used to at all. Oh, Jenna, I can't take Jax to the store. Oh, no. No, no. Oh. My husband's texting me. I'm just going to cut out our little windows. So I'm not cutting it all the way because I do want to be able to have it to tuck in. So I just, you know, cut the little slit. My phone went off of Do Not Disturb. And then we're just gonna push it in. So that it looks like that. And then we'll do that on this side. Oh my gosh. All right, it looks like I gotta go to the dealership. All right, guys, I gotta go up to the dealership. Oh, yeah, my daughter, she's 18. She loves to go with me up there too. I mean, our schedules clash a lot, but we do go up there from time to time when I know I have some extra money that I can buy her whatever it is that she's, you know, could possibly want. So, but all right, guys, I'm just going to take my little tool again and push in here on the pumpkin lines so that they stand out and you know that it's a pumpkin. Yeah. Jax hates the store. He hates going shopping. He is just like his dad. But, all right, guys. I am going to let you go because I have to go to the dealership, apparently, and solve a crisis. You know, pleasures of running two different businesses. But I will see you all again one of these days. I'm trying to come on more, you know, but life. That's all I can say, life. But I will definitely keep you guys updated. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me today. I hope y'all enjoyed our time together, and I love you all. I will see you later, and have a wonderful day. Bye.